Liverpool have started off the season a little bit shaky, I would say, especially overall as a team. They're actually not looking too good. In this video today, we will cover the problems that they are facing so far this season and what I think has changed since last season. So hopefully you do enjoy the video. Don't forget to drop a like, and yeah, let's get straight into it. I think it starts all the way from the back line. Liverpool's defense has been probably the main problem in this team. I believe they're the team with the most goals conceded inside of like the top 6 at the moment. Man United have almost the same goals conceded as Liverpool. Just take that in, that's actually crazy. I believe we saw glimpses of the struggling defense last season, as we saw Konate a little bit struggling ever since Trent left the club, who was a huge part in just connecting the defense to the midfield with his, I mean, obviously we know he had the playmaking ability, just fantastic, but last season they had Trent playing at right back, shifting into the midfield, so on the right of Konate or in front of Konate, which was a huge outlet when playing out at the back. So they kind of lost that, and now with Trent gone, we kind of see Konate not having that outlet on the right side, which does cause him to make more mistakes if Van Dijk is also being pressed like right beside him. So we saw that against Crystal Palace. I believe one of the players pressed Konate, the Mateta had Van Dijk's kind of pass cut off, and yeah, it caused Konate to kind of panic and he lost the ball. But I believe a lot of those mistakes come from the side of Konate. I believe they've also been at fault due to the fullbacks kind of pushing up a little bit more, as we have Frimpong coming in. I think he's been alright so far, but he's been injured for a few games already. I think Frimpong, he always pushes up. We've seen him be alright defensively sometimes, but same thing with Kirkish. He has been staying back a little bit more than usual than he was at Bournemouth, but still defensively, not many people are too impressed with him. Attacking wise, we haven't seen too much of him as well, so that defense, I feel like it's struggling quite a bit. Even Van Dijk, he doesn't seem to be at his best. He seems to be just scared to really take on a player. Instead, he just backs off a little bit and allows them space, which then gives them space to create a shot. So yeah, Liverpool's defense kind of has to fix up if they want to contend for the title. Now moving into the midfield, I don't know, something's been off with the midfield. Gravenberch, he won the young player of the season last season for Liverpool. Fantastic CDM he was playing last season. I mean, the ball carrying ability, just going forward as well, creating chances for the team. This season, I don't know, he can't really seem to connect the midfield to the attack. Like, even the attack struggling, if we're being honest. Like last game, we're talking about Chelsea. They played Chelsea, they lost 2-1, and I believe Caicedo had the ball in the middle. He won it off of a Liverpool player, and we see McAllister just jogging back. I believe McAllister lost the ball, and yeah, we just see McAllister jogging back, and there's an immense amount of space for Caicedo to run into. So he takes one touch, two touch, sets himself a shot, and he just scores a absolute banger. How did that happen? Well, you could ask McAllister. He gave them way too much space in that midfield, same as Szoboszlai and Gravenberch. I mean, what can we say? The whole team's not doing too well. They haven't really been able to sync together as a team. Now if we're talking about the attack, is a problem as well. Just look at how many new players they've brought in. They brought in Wirtz, Isak, Kirkish, they brought in Frimpong, Mamardashvili, the new keeper, has come in as well, I believe, but he signed last summer, but this is his first like Liverpool debut season. But still, we're talking about all these players coming in, but it's gonna take quite a bit of time for them to kind of gel. We have Ekitike as well. Personally, I think he was doing fantastic, so I'm not sure why he was dropped by Isak. Isak has gone goalless so far for Liverpool. He does not seem like himself, seems unfit and not really too sharp, for being honest, as he didn't play for Newcastle for quite a bit of time. Now Ekitike, he started off the season scoring in nearly every single match. He seems like a very great player for the future. You see his hold up play, fantastic. He loves to drop into the midfield to create space for the players in front of him, and I mean, he could score goals as well. He has got a strike on him. Dribbling wise, this guy really surprised me, especially with the height he has. I think he's like, what, 6'5" or something, and he's moving like that. Unbelievable player right there. I believe he should be starting ahead of Isak at the moment until Isak does get obviously fit. But for talking about Florian Wirtz, man, he's gone 008 so far in a Liverpool shirt. I mean, it's not really his fault, for being honest. He's created a lot of chances, if we're being honest, so many chances. Just the attackers cannot put the ball in the net for him. He's put like chances on a plate for Salah, he's put on a plate for Ekitike, he's put on a plate for Gakpo, but they did not score. He could probably have over 4 assists at the moment, but he does not. He has 0 goals, 0 assists. But if you disregard all the stats, if you look at Wirtz playing, you could definitely tell the space he creates, the channels he gets into in the middle of that midfield. Sometimes he drifts wide to the left side to just kind of take on the fullbacks and just ping a pass into the striker or something for a header. I mean, this guy, once he starts going, it's gonna be absolutely crazy. He's a chance creating demon. Like, if you don't agree with me on that, I don't know if you watch football at all, for being honest. I mean, the attack, it's been probably the weakest part of this Liverpool team. Even though they have scored quite a few goals, they have scored 13 goals, so they're on par with Tottenham and 1 less than Arsenal at the moment. But still, I don't know what's going on. I think the defense is probably a huge problem as well, but they could be scoring a lot more goals at the moment. They could probably have 20 plus goals if they were to score their chances. Isak, he has not started well. You signed this guy for what, 140 million or so, and he has not scored a goal for you yet. He looks so unsharp at the moment, cannot score a goal. But still, once all this team gets into the flow of things and once they all build chemistry, I still believe this team will be very dangerous. But at the moment, I think Arne Slot is just trying to figure out what players work best in his system and how to implement all these players into the system and get the best out of them and have them all in that 11. So that's probably the toughest part, because he had over 6 huge signings coming in this summer, and how are you gonna fit them in? That's a question for Arne Slot at the moment, if we're being honest. But we'll see what Arne Slot does. But I'm sure of it that this team will start to fire away, and we'll start to see a incredible attacking team in this Liverpool team. Once they start clicking, it's gonna be dangerous. But defensively, they have got to fix up, for being honest. It's how are you almost on par with conceded goals with Manchester United. Man United have 11 goals conceded and Liverpool have 9 goals conceded. Fix up Liverpool, genuinely. But yeah, what do you guys think about this Liverpool season so far? They probably could have a few more losses to the record, if we're being honest, if they did not score all those last minute winners. Like, how many times did they score last minute? It's unbelievable. Like, let's just count it right here. I have it pulled up. 5 games, 1 including the Champions League, but that's outrageous. Imagine they lost all those 4 games, man. Where would they be right now? Probably around 12th place or something like that. I have to preach this right now. The defense has to get fixed. Like, Arne Slot has to fix it up ASAP. Whether that be changing up tactics and trying to figure out what works best in this team. That's probably what he's got to do. Let me know what you guys think about this Liverpool season so far. Even though it's not going well, don't forget to drop a like, comment down below what you think of this Liverpool team so far, and don't forget to subscribe as well, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.